By the way, my dear listener, have you contacted Gredico Properties Africa Limited? If you haven't done that, my dear listener, you have no idea of what you are missing out, okay? Remember, as I've always told you, that Gredico Properties Africa Limited, they prioritize you as their customer, and customer satisfaction through personalized interaction, timely responses, and transparent communication is very key to them. That is why Gredico is the best, okay? And their committed team is actually very much ready to listen to your investment journey. This is why choosing to invest with Gredico Properties Africa Limited is actually your sure bet, okay? That one, I have to say it. And that is why, as Gredico team, my dear listener, we are brimming with enthusiasm as we unveil this new project, Fahari Gardens Phase 1 in Mizijini Gardens, dedicated to assisting you, my dear listener, in realizing your dream of land ownership, and in this prime location. Very, very easy. So let me ask you, my dear listener, what better place to set up your business than at Fahari Gardens Phase 1 in Mizijini, in the heart of Malindi, nestled along the vibrant Mizijini? Think about it. By the way, Fahari Gardens Phase 1 in Mizijini offers the ideal backdrop for your entrepreneurial aspiration. And this strategic location provides a thriving business environment surrounded by potential customers, collaborators, and vibrant community. That is why I'm calling your name this morning as a savvy investor to unwrap your pathway to prosperity through Gredico Properties Africa Limited. And as a savvy investor, take this golden opportunity to embark on a seaside adventure at Fahari Gardens Phase 1 in Mizijini, a coastal gem beckoning just 27 kilometers from Malindi town next to Magarini Vocational and Training College. And this project is in a prime location with all the social amenities available. The last time we were here, remember, people had already taken 26 plots, my dear listener. And today, Bwana James is going to assure you that more plots have gone. So don't be left behind. And as far as I'm talking about these plots, my dear listener, remember, this Fahari Gardens Phase 1 Mizijini is comprising of quarter acres, and each quarter is going for 200,000 Kenya shillings, all inclusive of the title deed. So you will not be called again to pay your title transfer fees. And the beauty is, we have ready title deed, so no hustling anymore for your title deed. That is exactly what Gredico is doing for you. And the beauty is, we have a site visit that has already been scheduled for 27th of January 2024. Okay, that is exactly what you need to understand. And Bwana James has been telling me off mic that Bramwel, people have already booked. So if people have already booked, my dear listener, what is this that is holding you behind? Rise above the fears and become a savvy investor today. Join other savvy investors that have decided to rise above their fears, my dear listener. By just paying a deposit of 40,000 Kenya shillings only today, you are guaranteed to actually get a free air ticket for the upcoming site visit, my dear listener. And remember, this 40,000 Kenya shillings is part of the 200,000 Kenya shillings that you are paying for your cotton acre, that is inclusive of the title deed. Okay, and that is why I've always been reminding you, my dear listener, that this January, don't actually join the rest of the people that are saying it is in January. No, sow the seeds of prosperity by investing in a legacy that will endure for generations. And Fahari Gardens Phase 1 in Mizijini is the place where the promise of tomorrow unfolds. That is exactly what you need to understand. So as we continue this conversation, my dear listener, the only one number that guarantees you to actually get the benefits that Fahari Gardens is offering to you this morning is only 0711-082-220. Save that number and call them when you arrive in the office. Very, very important, okay? Because they are waiting to talk to you, and most importantly, to listen to your investment journey. 0711-082220. That is the number. And if you have a share of Malindi, I've always told you, get again a piece of Fahari Gardens. Okay, that is it. Through Malindi, my dear listener, you can own any other place that you've always wanted in this country. That is the secret of investment. Bwana James, good morning, my brother.
Good morning, Mr. Bramwel. How are you, sir?
Very fine.
Yes.
Happy to have you this morning.
Yes, happy to see you too.
You are well?
Yes, I'm very well.
Yes.
Yes.
Na Gredico kunaendeleaje?
Gredico tuko salama.
Yes.
And we are continuing delivering value to our customer.
Yes.
As you said, we customize our client based on their needs.
All right.
And we continue to do that as we the year is still afresh. Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
And you see, as I've always been telling you, that when the year is afresh, that is when you can do any changes. That is when you can actually prioritize some of the things that you want to do at the year. That is when you can actually strategize on how you can become an investor, especially in the real estate.
Yes.
And I am talking about real estate, Bwana James, because that is where the money is.
Yes.
Appreciation factor.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Before we go into the details, Bwana James, I know you, and people who listened to you last week on Thursday know you, but I'm sure there is somebody who was tuned in for the very first time, and Ashanga Bwana Bram, who James Denani. Kindly introduce yourself as we proceed.
Okay, my name is James Kiiru. I'm the finance manager for Gredico Properties, and thank you for giving us this opportunity. It's always a pleasure. Yes.
And the pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much, my brother, for coming.
Yes.
And as the finance manager, Bwana James, you are the right guy to actually talk to people about Fahari Gardens.
Yes.
Because it is comprising of quarter acres.
Yes.
And you've just told me Bramwel zimeenda kuenda.
Yes.
And there is somebody who's actually still not sure on what to do. Kindly tell us more about these Fahari Gardens.
Well, Mr. Bramwel, Fahari Gardens is one of the projects that we can be able to say is one of the best of the best. All right. The reason why I say that now, Fahari Gardens is basically. There's somebody who would like to know why did you decide to call it Fahari Gardens? You know, what I can be able to say, Fahari is what you can say. It is our pride.
Okay.
It is our pride. We actually had a journey last year, and we can say we really appreciate God for the far that He has taken us, and we are very in terms of pride that God has given us a new project. That's why we call it Fahari Gardens.
Okay.
Fahari Gardens is basically it's a 30-acre piece of land, all right, which is divided to 100 by 100 plots, which is a quarter, going for 200,000 inclusive of the title deed. Now, Fahari Gardens is located 27 kilometers from Malindi town. All right. So the journey is from the Lamu Malindi highway at just after the Sabaki River. You will make your turn. All right. So from Malindi to the junction is actually 20 kilometers. Then you take on your left side, which will go 7 kilometers to where our project is. Now our project is near the Magarini Vocational Training College. All right. Those are basically our adjacent neighbors, and most of the customers who are looking forward to invest are asking themselves, why Fahari Gardens? One, Fahari Gardens, I was just trying to look at the Malindi is actually in Lamu County. All right. So in Lamu County, we have the Magarini Vocational Training College is basically within the Magarini Mohose constituency, if I can call it. Now, these plots, you can be able to do 3 major things in this project. Let me start with the in terms of residential. If you are looking forward to settle, you can actually settle in the project. All right. 100 by 100 a quarter is quite a big parcel of land. Come to think of it. Then 2, you can also do commercial. What am I meaning? Now, the school that is our neighboring, and there are so many other neighbors within. We have schools and churches before you get to the project. So there is also you can be able to build hostels. Okay, you can also be able to build businesses, the businesses that may be in a student life. Mr. Bramwel, we are talking about cyber cafes, we are talking about laundry services. There are people who also require that. We are talking about shops that you can be able, and maybe from the front side you can actually put a business. On the behind side you can put the hostels of maybe the students who are looking forward to to join, of course, which is currently ongoing. I think the last time our director is currently there, you could see that the school is already finished.
Exactly.
And ready actually to be the students are already ready to join. And with the just released results, you would expect that some of the students are actually allocated in the vocational training, that is basically more of a TVET. So this is a project also that has agricultural part. Why do I say that? On the downside of our land, we have a river, which is Sabaki River, which actually you can do agricultural agricultural part of it, whereby you can grow watermelons, you can grow actually maize. Some of the things that actually grow in Malindi are maize. I saw also there are cow people doing cowpeas. All right, so you can actually use that agricultural part of it and also deliver to the people who are in the commercial places, whereby you can also have people doing restaurants. You can supply them. All right, so it's a beehive of activities in that project. And what a project that you really actually need to invest right now, you know, because we say the value of land actually is actually something that appreciates from the accounting world, but it is, in essence, it is practical. You know, the reason why I say that, today you will build an investment, you know, tomorrow you will be able to sell that investment, and you will not be able to like right now we are selling at 200. Maybe somebody else within the next 1 year or 2 years, we are not going to talk about the 200,000.
Exactly.
We are going actually to be talking about 1.2 million going upwards, because the place will be very, 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 very populated in terms of businesses and in terms of having new students coming in. It's a project that you really need to see it from a future perspective. Yes, and some of the clients who have actually purchased, Mr. Bramwel, because I have been, some of them visited me last Thursday after I left the studio, and something I noted, of course, there are clients who have actually been with us, and they are actually telling their children to come on board. Wamenunulia zao na pia za watoto wao. You know, so they are seeing the future, and also they are bringing in the aspect of investment to the next generation. So it's a project worth investing in. If you find the same people have other projects, and they are actually doing on their other projects, they're actually doing the castor oil, but they have now transitioned to now the residential and commercial, which is the next thing currently in terms of the real estate. Yes. All
right, that is it. The number they need to call as you continue this conversation
is 0711 082 220. Call the number 0711 082 220.
All right, call that number, my dear listener. Don't be left behind. People are moving with speed, my dear listener. Okay, yes, so don't actually be that kind of a person who's joining the bandwagon of saying or that are saying that real estate is actually a hogwash. No, my dear listener. This is where money is, because of what Bwana James has just talked about here, about appreciation factor. Okay, and for those people who are actually buying land with their children in mind, you are doing the right thing. And that is why I've said that you need to take this project so that you can sow the seeds of prosperity, my dear listener, by investing in a legacy that will endure for generations. And Fahari Gardens Phase 1 in Mizijini is that place where the promise of tomorrow unfolds, my dear listener. So 0711 08 2220 is the number. 0711 082 220. That is the number that you need to call. Kindly be a part of the team. Usiseme kwamba Bram amuku tuambia. No, today is the right time that you can make that decision for you to become an investor. And Bwana James, you talked about the pricing. 200,000 Kenya shillings for a quarter an acre. Inclusive
of the title deed.
Of the title deed.
Yes.
And I like that.
Yes.
You see, for those people who might not understand the weight or the thing that you've done for them, kindly explain to us what you mean by 200,000 Kenya shillings for quarter an acre, and I get my title deed as well.
All right. Mr. Bramwel, to be very sincere, in terms of the price increase in terms of the whole area of Malindi, you can never get a best deal other than the 200,000.
That is it.
All right.
Yeah.
So the the 200,000 actually includes the 40,000 that you're telling them to be able to book. All right.
Okay.
So when you call our number and you want to choose a plot that you are looking forward for, you will actually book with 40,000. All right. And after you book with the 40,000, that will automatically allow you to book. All right, a plot. Our marketers will actually send you the map so that you can locate the land that you actually would like to pick, and they will be able to explain to you, this is where the fence is, this is where the school is. All right, this is the road. You will actually see a whole demarcation. Now, the land actually, as we speak, is already beaconed.
Okay.
All right. 2, the land is actually graded, and 3, the land is actually cleared. In terms of course, it's around a region where there are little bits of bush, but we have already cleared everything.
Right.
We have well beaconed. We have well graded the road. So basically, you're looking just forward to invest. So once you deposit the 40,000, we book. Then you will be able to get to our site visit. And actually, to talk about our site visit, we're actually having a site visit on 27th January, which is coming Saturday, very early in the morning. Twende Malindi, we look at the project, as you also look at the other projects, so that you can be able to see, we can take a journey to our clients of what even other people have done. And then once, for example, you're back, you'll be able to pay the balance. Now, when you talk about title inclusive, what do I mean? I mean the title that we have, the title is under Gredico Properties Africa Limited. What it is waiting for you, it is just waiting for you to clear maybe the balance, all right, which we actually mentioned we give 4 to 6 months. We transfer it to your name. In other instances, you will find that most people will even charge you 250,000 plus, all right, in terms of transfer fees. But we looked at our clients and we looked forward on how we can customize that with the current financial crisis that we may having. How can we customize our customers to get value? So we narrowed down it to 200,000 inclusive of the title deed. We just transfer to your name. Na inasoma jina Bramwel, inasoma jina James. And there we go. Yes, and I know the next question maybe you're looking forward to ask me is that, now James, sina hiyo 200, what do I do? All right, and we have a lipa pole pole, all right, which is traditionally known as lipa pole pole. We have customized our plots to where a customer can be able to pay 40,000, and the balance of the 160 we spread it to 4 to 6 months, all right, which is a monthly payment. You'll be able to roughly coming to around 25,000 or thereabout. And the customers have really appreciated that part, so that they are able also to venture into other projects that we have.
Exactly.
You know? Yes.
All right, my dear listener, just imagine what Gredico is doing for you. It has made it easy for you to own land. Okay? Yes. Remember these quarter acres at Fahari Garden Phase 1 in Mizijini. A quarter goes for 200,000 Kenya shilling, inclusive of the title deed. I like that, my dear listener, because you have no idea of how difficult it is to acquire a title deed on your own. For those who have tried it, they will tell you a story. Okay, it is not just something you walk into the Ministry of Land and come back with it. No, it is actually a hectic process, and that is why I've been on a journey with Bwana Peter to Malindi, by the way. I've been on a journey with him, because if you visit Gredico's Facebook page, you will see the kind of videos that Bwana Peter is posting there, taking us to Fahari Gardens, Misijini, trying to show us where the institution is and where the land is, what he has done. My dear listeners, some people are doing there, so you can go there and check so that you can have some ideas as well. But in the meantime, my dear listener, don't actually allow this golden opportunity actually flip through your fingers. Remember, I've always told you that an opportunity is like a biscuit. You dip it in tea or water, or for that liquid, for that matter, it dissolves. Okay, so don't allow this opportunity to actually fizzle through your fingers. Join the team. Don't worry about where will I get the 160,000 Kenya shillings, because Bwana James has told you they have you in mind, and that is why they have a customized payment plan for you, 4 to 6 months. So you will choose what suits your pocket. Okay? So what good news do you need, my dear listener, other than this? 0711 082 220 is the number. 0711 082 220. And Brother James, I've liked one thing that you've mentioned, though in passing, that these Fahari gardens that we're talking about here, you've cleared.
Yes.
The roads are well graded.
Yes.
And you've beaconed.
Yes.
In other words, you are already doing value addition on these projects.
Yes.
Which is very beautiful.
Yes.
Because in many cases I've seen what wanauziwa misitu.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So clearing land, most companies throw it to the client. To
the client, yes.
Okay?
Yes.
But you have decided to actually take the burden.
Yes.
So that you can make it easy for this client who's coming on board today to start investing immediately.
Yes.
How beautiful is that, Bonner James?
Well, that is a journey that most of the people need to enjoy about Gredico, because as we say, we have customized the price, but we don't just customize the price to your needs. We actually look at what else can you be able to do on your land. There are people who are looking actually forward to invest. For example, some of the customers are actually saying that once I go to that land, I will be able. Some of the people are saying after that I will involve my architect to actually look at the way that I can be able to start developing as early as possible. Why? The beacons are ready, so I just need to talk to either my architect to be able to start drawing. All right, there's some of the people who have actually asked, all right, what is good for me in terms of agriculture? We are telling them, come on board. On the side of the project actually has a river at the downside of it. So they're asking, what can I be able to grow? You can grow maize, you can grow watermelon, you can grow cowpeas, that's just some of the examples that you can be able to do, which are actually doing well. They're actually doing, and something else I realized about the same place, fruits actually do well in that place, you know. So when you're talking about investment in terms of agriculture, you can be able to find an array of fruits that you can be able to grow and supply to the local the hotels, the restaurants. And actually something funny I realized, those people don't wait for you to take to them. They actually come for the agricultural products that you have in your shamba. In terms of watermelons, they actually come, and of course you do your own costing. And when you talk about these projects in terms of residential part of it, is actually killing one is it called killing two birds with one stone. The residential part and the commercial, which is coming into an array of the plots that are actually near to the facility. And actually something you need to realize, we are actually adjacent to we are neighbors to the technical college. So it's just a stone throw away. So it is an array of activities that can be done in that project. And what are our customers waiting for? Call our number 0711 082 220. I repeat, 0711 082 220, and put your investment and let your money work for you.
Let your money work for you. And that is why we're always saying that landlords are making money while they are asleep. You can join them. It is all about having a leap of faith, my dear listener. All right? And Brother James here, you see, this plot is very strategic. And having Magarini Vocational and Training College right there, just next to your project, James, should give these investors that are talking to an idea of what they need to do in terms of investment.
And something funny, Mr. Bramwel, this something somebody asked me, James, there is no water, nini. I told no. Now, number one, there is what we call, there is a power plant just next to the college. So what does that take you in terms of electricity? Kenya Power Eco. All right. When you talk about steamer Eco, that is in terms of electricity. When you're talking about water, water is available. You cannot have a technical college without water.
That is true.
You know, so we have the piped water within us, and that is now even for the people who are looking forward for the residential and commercial plots, and also the agricultural. When you talk about the river that we have, or the downside, actually people will start now using the modern technology of growing their, the maize, So it is somewhere that, other than value addition, in terms of the resources that are available, they are spread. Okay. And that's why we pride ourselves and calling ourselves the land of plenty. Yes.
I like that, my dear listener. Join the savvy investors, those people who have seen what ordinary eyes haven't seen, my dear listener. Okay? Those are the people we are calling entrepreneurs, and you can decide to join them today. 0711-082-220 is the number to call. With just 200,000 Kenya shillings, my dear listener, you get a quarter acre and you get your title deed as well, because this 200,000 is inclusive of your title deed. What you need to do is call Gredico, because you have a site visit that is coming up on the 27th of January 2024. Just pay a deposit of 40,000, which is part of the 200,000 Kenya shillings, meaning once you go to Magarini, come back. Once you go to Fahari Gardens, Phase 1 Mizijini in Malindi, you come back, you sit down with James and his team. They will have to actually guide you on the way forward based on your pocket. That is the beauty with Gredico Properties Africa Limited. 0711-082-220 is the number. And Bwana James,
yes,
I know somebody is wondering, yes, Bramwel, you are giving us some of the ideas that we need to do in Malindi, but one thing that is for sure, I might not be traveling to Malindi every weekend to go and check the progress of what I'm doing, the kind of investment I'm doing. One thing they need to know is that Gredico is their one-stop shop when it comes to matters investment.
Yes.
What we mean is that, yes, Gredico is taking you to Malindi. It is Gredico is giving you land that is well cleared, well beaconed, graded roads at 200,000 Kenya shillings. That is for a quarter acre in Fahari Gardens, Phase 1 in Mizijini. The other thing, James, is that you have already identified people on the ground who will help Bramwel, who's busy at Waumini in Nairobi, to actually develop his project. So I don't have to spend again money on the road every time going to Malindi. You have already identified the human resource that I need on the ground.
On the ground, yes.
That is the beauty with Gredico. Something that I haven't seen with many companies out here.
Yes. Now, Mr. Bramwel, thank you for so much for that point, because there are people, actually, most of the people who have actually invested in our previous projects, they have not had to go to that specific project. Some of them have actually been able to talk to us, all right? Our director has people on the ground that are able to help in, maybe, for example, let me give you an example of, I'm looking forward to fence my plot, an individual plot, because as we fence, we actually fence the whole parcel. Then from there, a person I want to fence my individual plot. I would like to put my poles, all right, and be able to do an activity. So one is that we have people on ground who will be able to help you do that. Two, when it comes to maybe building, and you are not actually available, we can actually have contacts we can be able to refer you to, who can be able to help you in that journey of investment.
Okay.
Yes.
That is it, my dear listener. That is the good news that Gredico has for you this morning, so you can make that decision, my dear listener. It is all about making a decision and actualizing it.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So this is an opportunity that we have given you, and a golden opportunity for that matter, my dear listener. Coming to you, courtesy Gredico Properties Africa Limited. With just 200,000 Kenya shillings, you get your beautiful quarter acre within this Fahari Gardens, Phase 1 in Mizijini, and you actually develop immediately, because James has told you it is well cleared, it is well beaconed, and roads are graded. 0711-082-220. We need to take a very short commercial break, Bwana James. We'll be right back as we take this short commercial break, my dear listener. Talk to the team. 0711-082-220. Now waambie kutumia map, okay? Yes, waambie kutumia map so that you can choose your plot and begin a conversation right from there. Don't go too far.
Waumini FM. Gredico
Gredico Properties Africa Limited. We are thrilled to announce an exciting new project that will reshape the landscape of modern living in Malindi. Introducing Fahari Gardens Phase 1 in Mizijini, next to the newly completed Magarini Technical College. It's only 27 kilometers from Malindi town. Our project is in a prime location with all social amenities available. The plots are 100 by 100 quarter acres going for 200,000, inclusive of title deed transfer charges. Put a minimum deposit of 40,000 and get a free air ticket. Book your plot by calling 0711 082 220 or 0711 082 224 or visit our offices in Thika, Gatitu, behind Total Petrol Station, Thika Gateway Plaza, 2nd floor. Gredico Properties Africa Limited, delivering value to you.
Waumini FM.
On the morning tide, Radio Mini 88.3 FM, the Catholic radio station for all. 0712223385 is the SMS line, or on Facebook page Radio Mini 88.3 FM. But remember, we are here with Bwana James, the finance manager, Gredico Properties Africa Limited, talking about Fahari Gardens Phase 1 in Mizijini Gardens and the reasons to why you need to go for it. Remember, we have a site visit that is coming up on the 27th of January 2024. If you actually want to join the team that will be taken to Malindi, you better give them a call, right? And remember, this Fahari Gardens Phase 1 Mizijini is a place to be because it offers the ideal backdrop of your entrepreneurial aspirations. Very strategic, my dear listener, and provides a thriving business environment surrounded by potential customers, collaborators, and vibrant community. And that is why you need to use this project, my dear listener, to unwrap your pathway to prosperity. And that is exactly why you need to go for it. A quarter an acre goes for 200,000 Kenya shillings, all inclusive of the title deed. And we have Lipa Mdogo Mdogo, customized payment plan in store for you, so you don't need to worry about how you actually have to pay the 200,000 Kenya shillings. Bwana James has said that once you come back from the site visit, they will sit you down and actually take you through the payment plan. 4 to 6 months, that is the duration they will give you. So 0711 082 220 is the number to call. Site visit, mark your calendar, 27th of January 2024. Ama namna gani, Bwana James?
Yes, 27th is the day,
yes,
which is on Saturday next week.
Yeah.
And actually something we need to tell our clients.
Yes.
Don't be shy away from calling our number 0711 082 220.
Yes.
Why? We are actually doing our site visit for this better part of the year every month.
Wow.
You don't have to wait 3 months and you the site visit. We are actually doing it on a monthly. So it is our customers to call our number and be able to book for you a plot. If you are available this month, and actually some of the clients they have actually fully booked in terms of 27th, we actually have a site visit on February for our clients who are actually looking forward, who are not available for this 27th, but will be available in the next month with the dates that we are going to announce here for our customers.
Right.
Yes.
My dear listener, that is why Gredico is and should be your best option when it comes to investing.
Yes.
Monthly basis, we're going to be having site visits. That is the beauty with Gredico. Yani unaenda kuona, kisha you decide whether you're going for it or not.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
That is the opportunity that Gredico is giving you, my dear listener. As I've always said, only pay for something that you are happy and has satisfied you. That is the opportunity that you actually get from Gredico Properties Africa Limited, and that is why Gredico is taking you to Malindi, by the way, free of charge, in other words. Okay? This 40,000 is part of your payment, the 200,000 Kenya shillings of your plot. Okay? So unaenda, unaona, ukitosheka, unarudi, unapigia James Simba, unaenda kumwona kwa ofisi, and you say, Bwana, let me know about the payment plan. That is the beauty. 0711 082 220. Other than Malindi, Bwana James.
Yes.
Where else?
Well, we have an array of projects.
Right.
As I say, we are the land of plenty.
Plenty, yes.
We have land in Kidimani town. We have 2 projects. And the 2 projects are Acapulco 3, Phase 3 that is, which is actually going for 250,000 2,000 plots. We have 250,000, and actually we are remaining with actually 3 plots remaining in Acapulco 3. All right. Then I'll move on to a place called Masinga. We have a project called Panorama Phase 3. We actually have 8 plots available for sale, which is actually going at a cost of 250,000. That is in a place called Masinga. All right. Then in the heart of Kidhemani, there's something that our clients need to know. One of the fastest growing town along Thika Garissa Road is Kidhemani town. At the heartbeat of Kidhemani town, 3 kilometers from the CBD of Kidhemani town to our projects is actually 3 kilometers. All right. So the project is actually on the road. Actually, barabara ndio hii, shamba ndio iko hapo, and actually the plot is actually going for 350,000. That is for 50 by 100. 350. Then for the cash buyers, for the installments, we are actually selling it at 380,000 Kenya shillings. All right. And in terms of a title, that is exclusive of the title, but the title is already in the name of Gredico Properties Africa Limited, waiting for you for your transfer. All right. We have actually about 12 plots remaining in that project. All right. And we are looking forward actually to take our customers. Now, most of the people will ask, in terms of this project, nalipa site visit. This one, it is free of charge. You just need to call our number 0711 082 220 and book your site visit. We usually do our site visits on Wednesday and Saturday from 9 in the morning. Hata tukienda Malindi, there will still be a site visit on the same day. So Wednesday and Saturday, you book your slot. You say, I would like to go to Lucky Garden, Acapulco, or Panorama, whichever suits you. Then you'll be able to have our sales and marketing team taking you there and back. And we also have a lipa mdogo for the same. As I have mentioned, we have the payment plan for 4 to 6 months also on the same projects. Bramwel.
All right.
Yes.
That is it, my dear listener. Other than Malindi, they have also this part of Nairobi, Thika Garissa Road. That is exactly what you need to understand. Very, very, very flexible prices, my dear listener. Pocket-friendly prices here. And that is why we are saying that Gredico Properties Africa Limited got you when it comes to matters investment. 0711 082 220 is the number. Bona James, our time is up, but let me give you a minute to actually give your parting shot and remind our listeners about your physical offices, the site visit, and the number to call.
All right. Now, my parting shot is basically something that I usually say: let your money work for you. With Gredico Properties, the land of plenty, your money will work for you once you invest with us, and we'll take you through the journey up to the end and even after that. Now, our offices are basically located in Thika Gateway Plaza, which is actually, as you get into Thika, there is the Total Gatito. Just behind is a building written Thika Gateway Plaza. Once you get there, we are in 2nd floor. All right, and we are actually on the right wing. You'll be able to find our offices branded Thika Gateway, the Gredico Properties Africa Limited, and also there are some in the footsteps to the offices. They will be able to guide you, and you can be able to reach us on our number 0711 082 220. Again, I repeat, 0711 082 220, and grab your investment for the future.
All right.
Yes.
Grab your investment for the future, my dear listener, because we are investing with the end in mind, and that is why we are taking this opportunity to sow the seeds of prosperity by investing in a legacy that will endure for generations. And that is exactly what all these projects are offering you, my dear listener. And most importantly, that is exactly what Fahari Gardens Phase 1 in Mizijini is giving you, which is the place where the promise of tomorrow unfolds. Remember, the site visit for Fahari Gardens is on 27th of January 2024. And other places, my dear listener, as James has said it, every Wednesday and Saturday. So if you have time this Saturday, give them a call as well. Remember to give Gredico a call. 0711 082 220 is the number, or visit them physically in Thika, okay? Lakini utaingia Thika ndani, hapana, okay? Just at Gatitu, you cross the road, you will see the Gateway Plaza there, second floor. That is where they are. 0711 082 220. Bwana James,
yes.
Shukran za dhati,
yes.
for coming,
yes.
for shedding more light about the project that you are having,
yes.
and looking forward to actually joining your team so that we can make the clients happy people,
yes.
savvy investors.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, my dear listener. That has been our time. And Bwana James, as you go back to the office, say hi to the team.
Yes, I
will. And I wish you a productive Thursday as well.
Thank you so much.
My dear listener, 0711 082 is the number. And don't you forget, Gredico Properties Africa Limited is the land of plenty. Gredico Properties Africa Limited, the Lives Africa Limited, the Lives Africa Limited, the Lives Africa Limited.